by. Severe weather coverage will begin shortly on Dr. Don's weather. Please, stand by. Severe weather coverage will begin shortly on Dr. Don's weather. Please, stand by. Severe weather coverage will begin shortly on Dr. Don's weather. Please, stand by.
Well, good evening, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don with you on your Easter night. It is 8:52 p.m. Central Time, 9:52 Eastern on your Sunday evening. And I want to jump back in here with you this evening and give you some updates on what's taking place with our weather across East Alabama and West Georgia. We've got another line of thunderstorms about to move through the area. And so we wanted to give you an update right quick. We welcome those of you who are listening to us via WFAZ, God's Country 90.9, WJHO 89.7, The Classic, and of course those of you viewing us on our social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and DrDonWX.com. So here's what's going on. Here comes another line of thunderstorms. Good news, bad news. Bad news is we've got a couple of areas there that are pretty strong. We have a special weather statement that is currently in force there for Chilton County. And I'll read that to you. This is a special weather statement issued by the National Weather Service office in Birmingham. This was issued at 8:25, so about 30 minutes ago. Strong thunderstorms will continue to impact portions of Chilton County through about 9:15 this evening. The greatest threat with these storms going to be some gusty winds. Could knock down a few tree limbs and blow around some unsecured objects. And these storms will continue moving off to the east. So not a major severe event taking place here, but certainly some strong weather. It's about to move out of Chilton County on over into western portions of Coosa County. So we will see if they are going to issue a special weather statement for Coosa County here in just a few moments. You see that flashing, those lightning strikes there from Chilton County back up to just southeast of Alabaster. That's the heaviest part of this storm. I'll show you here on, get the telestrator going, and I'll show you that area right there is going to be the heaviest part of this storm. There you go. And it's moving in this general direction. So it will move into Coosa County, and then if it holds together, eventually it will make its way over there toward Alexander City, also down there around Dadeville. And then if it stays together long term, we could be looking at this in southern Talladega County, southern Coosa County, southern portions of Randolph, all of Tallapoosa County, and probably all of Chambers County as this storm moves off to the east. And then as we look down to the southwest, some heavy weather there just west of Clanton, extreme southeastern Bibb County on down into just north of Selma, and then back over toward Demopolis, and then Down here in southwest Alabama is where the heaviest weather is taking place. We do have several severe thunderstorm warnings down there, just to the east of Monroeville. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for a big storm moving off to the northeast, and then also just north of Mobile there. We've got a pretty nasty thunderstorm moving to the east, southeast, and then back in Mississippi, multiple severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. We actually had a tornado warning over there about an hour or so ago. So we do anticipate the heaviest of the weather to be down there in southwest Alabama tonight, and that will stay south of the I-85 corridor as it moves off to the east. So places like Troy, Dothan, Enterprise, Andalusia, Greenville, Evergreen, all of these places are going to have a pretty stormy Sunday night, and eventually that'll make it into southern Georgia. They had a pretty stormy afternoon down there, extreme southern Georgia and northern Florida, but there's another batch of storms coming your way if you're down there in southern Georgia. Up here closer to home, the line really starts just south of Huntsville, and then it trails off to the south and eventually southwest. Not looking at a whole lot happening up here. I mean, the lightning pretty much stops with this line of storms coming out of Chilton County into portions of western Coosa County. Further north than that, not a whole lot taking place up there as far as lightning output is concerned. And I'll draw the line basically from that line north, it's just light to moderate rainfall, and from that line south is where we start to see the heavier showers and thunderstorms, and a pretty good bit of lightning taking place this evening also south of that line. So, and we would expect it to stay that way as we go through the next several hours or so. Take you in a little bit closer, and I'm going to put it in motion so you can kind of get a sense for the direction here. And you can see overall it's moving east. There may be a little bit of a southern tug to it as it moves off to the east, but we would expect the heaviest of this, again, to move from southern Talladega County through most all of Coosa, and then eventually, if it holds together, southern Clay County, pretty much all of Tallapoosa, and then downstream, Randolph County, southern Randolph and Chambers, maybe getting into the northern parts of Lee County, and then eventually over into West Georgia later on this evening. Sorry, my OCD's kicking in. I got to make sure that everything's lined up just right. Yeah, no watches or warnings for East Alabama. We do have a special weather statement in effect for Chilton County. We're just kind of watching to see if they're going to extend that over into Coosa County. It's beginning to kind of look like they're not going to. It's crossing the county line now, and so I would think they would have already done that if they were going to. But we'll see. We'll watch this for a few minutes and see if they do that. So I'll go up here to the chat room and see if you guys have any questions or comments this evening. Jim's watching us from the mountain community. Cecilia Newman, of course, she is in Pennon, Alabama. Sharon Willis watching us from Alexander City. Linda Durham is watching us this evening. A.J. Carroll's asking the question, how is Anniston going to be tonight? Right now, it looks like you're just going to have some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder, but there really isn't much thunder happening up there. I mean, we did see some thunder and lightning over Birmingham, but that's kind of calmed down as the storm system has moved on off to the east. Anniston sitting right here. And just look due west out I-20, and that's what you've got coming at you. And right now it's just moderate rainfall. We don't see anything even remotely strong in this activity. We'll see how it behaves as it continues moving on off to the east toward you. Mossback Ridge in the house. Hey, Gloria. Millerville, there's Rita. Pine Mountain, it's hard to say. I mean, it's going to move through Pine Mountain, no question. And you still got at least a couple of hours to go before it gets over there. But it's just kind of hard to say how strong it's going to be when it gets there. I mean, you're down here north of Columbus, northeast of Columbus. And if you draw a line due west back over to where the storms are right now, I mean, there's a good bit of lightning, thunder and lightning, and maybe even some small hail in some of these storms. And all of that's moving your way. So I would say within a couple of hours, you're at least going to have some rumbles of thunder and some lightning, some rain, maybe some gusty winds. But I would not anticipate anything severe. Ice in North Randolph County? Did it come out of the freezer? Your refrigerator? The local store? There's no precipitation even falling in Randolph County, so not sure where the ice is coming from. Valerie's watching us up in Woodland. The line goes all the way to Mobile, Josh. So it runs from about Huntsville, Alabama, all the way to Mobile, Alabama. Pretty much the entire state of Alabama. Happy Easter, Chance. Appreciate it. There's Deborah in Pine Hill. Well, where are you, Tony? You said thundering in the distance. Where are you located? Randolph County, again, I mean, you could have a shower at any time, and we have small cells that are developing out ahead of the line. But the line itself probably won't be in Randolph County for at least another hour. Omaha's in the house. My ice tray and my freezer. That's what I thought. Melanie's watching us in Wadley. Northern Lee County's in the house. Neva. Delta. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, and this is another one of those setups, folks, we had last night where you're going to hear thunder from a long way off with this environment the way it is. So the closest lightning to Delta at the moment really is going to be southeast of Birmingham in this line that stretches right into western Coosa County. So that's a pretty good distance to be here to hear the thunder, but it's certainly possible. I was hearing thunder. Wait a minute, maybe it was Friday. I was hearing thunder from about 75 miles away. Alexander City, well, it's got to come across the entire county of Coosa. It's moved at about 30 miles an hour, so about an hour. Yeah, Lineville, you're hearing it too. Yeah, but it's still a pretty good ways away from you also. Valley, Alabama, there's Deborah. Well, David, yeah, I mean, it's moving east, so it's going to move across all of East Alabama and West Georgia, which would include Lafayette. But, you know, Right now, it's not severe. We'll be watching this over the next hour or so to see exactly how it's going to behave. But that line of storms that you see there in western Coosa, if it holds together, certainly will move across the Lafayette area, probably an hour and a half or so. Limited hail amounts here. We do have a hail marker right there. There is an 80% chance that we do have some hail, 30% chance that it is severe in the southern portion of this Coosa County storm, down here in the southwest corner of Coosa County. It's going to be southwest of Kelly's Crossroads, right there along Highway 22. If you run 22 out of Alexander City going over toward Clanton, just as you go past Kelly's Crossroads, that area there is where we may have some hail. You'll see right there where we've got some pinks and some blues. So that's an indication that we possibly have some hail right there. So yes, there is some out there tonight, but not a tremendous amount. Now, the further south you go, down into southwest Alabama, we see a lot of hail markers down here. A lot of thunder and lightning, and we have several severe thunderstorm warnings down there tonight as well. There's one severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be for the Greenville, Monroeville, Georgiana area down in southwest Alabama. Also have a brand new tornado warning. This is back in Mississippi, just to the southeast of Hattiesburg. So you folks down here in southwest Alabama, Citronelle, McIntosh, down to just north of Mobile, pay attention to this thunderstorm cell over in Mississippi. That thing may slip right into the Citronelle area of southwest Alabama. That is a tornado warning. Actually, we have two cells here that could be tornadic. So we could have twin tornadoes in this particular storm near Leakesville, Mississippi, or just to the east of Beaumont, Mississippi. We'll keep an eye on that. And that's a nasty-looking storm near Bay Minette, just to the east of Bay Minette, south of Atmore. It would not surprise me for that to go tornadic also. That's a pretty nasty looking cell. I'm going to go back over here to the Mississippi tornadoes just for a few minutes here. There's a couple of products I want to look at. All right, there's your debris balls. There is a debris signature right there. And that may be a second one up here to the north. We've got two different possible tornadoes here. I don't see anything in that southern storm, but definitely a debris signature right there. Yeah, you can see it again right there. There it is. Yeah, there's the second one down here. So there's two, and the northern storm is the dominant storm right now. There's your debris signature, and then there's the second debris signature down here. So heads up for you folks over in Alabama, especially around Citronelle. This is a tornado emergency. You've got a confirmed tornado. We have a debris signature, which means that we have debris being lofted up into the upper levels of the atmosphere, most likely trees. So if you're over here on the Alabama-Mississippi state line, heads up. You're probably going to go under a tornado warning here in the next few minutes. Make sure you know exactly where you need to go. And, folks, if you know anybody who lives in that part of Mississippi or Alabama, give them a call. Give them a heads up. Make sure they understand what's going on down there. My goodness, that's a nasty-looking storm. Look at that. No question, we've got a tornado right there. That southern storm's a little iffy, but that northern one right there, I mean, that just jumps out at you. You can clearly see that. And back to the reflectivity. There it is. So we're looking at getting down there very close to Centinel by about 10:05 p.m. So about an hour away. So if you know anybody that lives down there in that part of Alabama or even in extreme southeast Mississippi, give them a call. Make sure they're aware of what's going on down there. And again, the storm down here at Atmore is I'm just trying to see. This is interesting back over here in Mississippi. Let me go back down there a minute. Follow along with me as I loop this. I'm going to run it backwards. All right, so watch that cell right there southwest of Leakesville. Watch it run up to the north. Now, that looks like two different thunderstorm cells right there. Then we get a warning. I cannot tell exactly what they're warning for there, unless it's that cell just south of Beaumont. And then we catch the northern storm. It drops a tornado warning right there. It's all one, and that right there appears that we have a twin vortex tornado, meaning that we have a tornado on the ground up here, and as part of that same structure, we have a tornado down here just southwest of Leakesville. This is over in Mississippi. It's pretty fascinating. All right, so we'll keep an eye on all that stuff down there in Mississippi and southwest Alabama. Let me go back up here to East Alabama. Obviously, if I'm not calling the name of your town, you have nothing to worry about. We cover East Alabama and West Georgia, and when we have setups like tonight where we don't have a whole lot going on up here, but we do have a life-threatening situation unfolding down there in southeast Mississippi and southwest Alabama, we'll take a look at it and let you folks know what's going on down there. So if you know anyone who lives down there, you can call them and make sure that they're aware of what's going on. Certainly no life-threatening weather occurring across East Alabama and West Georgia at the moment. We do have another line of heavy showers and thunderstorms moving into central Alabama. We told you earlier today that there would be another round, and here it comes. And the heaviest part of this is going to be that line of thunderstorms stretching from just west of Sylacauga down into Chilton County. And it's going to be down here. The heaviest part of it's going to be just north of Titus in extreme southwest Coosa County. And that's going to continue moving on off to the east. This entire area will be over Hyssop in about 15 or 20 minutes. And then probably in about 30 to 45 minutes, it'll move over Alexander City. And then all this rain up here in Talladega County will slowly work into Clay and then eventually Randolph. But we don't have anything severe going on here. We got rain out I-20, basically from Anniston all the way back to Birmingham. Is a wet ride this evening. Talladega, it's raining. It's raining in Sylacauga. There's nothing severe. The only thing we did have was a special weather statement about 30 minutes ago, but the Weather Service allowed that to expire, and they did not reissue on it. So nothing significant up here across East Alabama or West Georgia at the moment. We're going to keep an eye on that as we go throughout the rest of the evening. And, of course, if that were to change, we'll come right back and give you live severe weather coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. I want to go back down here. This has got my attention down here in Mississippi. It's just a mean-looking storm. No, Tony, it doesn't look too bad. The north end of this line, not severe at all at the moment. Okay, there you can clearly see the two different tornadic cells there. What are we looking at this off of? Oh, okay. Let's go to Mobile. I mean, it's showing up on Birmingham radar. That's pretty amazing. All right, now then. All right, this makes a whole lot better sense. All right, no question. Tornado right there and tornado right there. I don't see any debris at the moment right there. Let me change the angle on it. Looking at different levels of the atmosphere. Yeah, there could be right there on that southern storm. That little ball right there. Maybe. All right, that's getting a little noisy. Go back to velocity. Yeah, again, this is down over in extreme southeastern Mississippi, about to cross into southwest Alabama. We have twin tornado warnings currently in effect. Now, here comes a tornado warning for Centinel in Alabama. All right, so here's a brand new tornado warning. This tornado warning is for northwest Mobile County in southwest Alabama, southwestern Washington County in southwest Alabama, and southeastern Greene County in southeast Mississippi until 10 p.m. Central. At 9:20, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located about 5 miles southeast of Leakesville. moving to the east at 45 miles per hour. Now, this is radar indicated, so we do not have a confirmed tornado. I think we did a few minutes ago, but we've lost that debris signature. Doesn't mean that it's not on the ground, and doesn't mean that it can't reform. It means that we have a thunderstorm that is capable of producing a tornado. So if you know anybody that lives in northwest Mobile County, southwestern Washington County, or southeastern Greene County in Mississippi, call them and let them know, because we do have a tornado warning for that storm down there. And again, folks, I do not anticipate anything like this up in East Alabama or West Georgia tonight. This is all going to be down in southwest Alabama. Eventually, southern Alabama may have to deal with this during the overnight. That is where the atmosphere is at its ripest tonight, I guess, if you will. The atmosphere down there is much more conducive for severe weather than what we have across East Alabama and West Georgia. So I don't anticipate any of this making it up into central Alabama or East Alabama or West Georgia. It'll all stay south of the, probably stay pretty much south of a Greenville to probably Eufaula. I don't even know that it makes it that far north. I think it's way south. And again, we're watching a pretty heavy storm down here just to the east of Bay Minette. This evening as well. I mean, that's a pretty intense looking storm there. It's just south of Atmore. But they have it under a severe thunderstorm warning at the moment. All right, so I'm going to zoom back out, and we're going to switch back to the Birmingham radar. That's just a mess down there in southwest Alabama tonight. Let me go to the composite, because that gives you the big picture of everything. The resolution's not as good, but it does at least let you know where all the precipitation is falling tonight across the southeastern United States. So, yeah, you have that line of storms from just south of Huntsville, stretching down into East Alabama. Then it curves back to the southwest, and just a big mess down here in southwest Alabama and southeast Mississippi. Twin tornado warnings down there. And then we have what's left from this morning's activity over on the Georgia East Coast. It's raining now from Tybee Island all the way back down to Jacksonville. Some pretty heavy thunderstorms rumbling along the Georgia coast. Maybe just out to sea there around Brunswick, some pretty heavy thunderstorms. And then that stretches up into western South Carolina. And that's what it looks like. So let me go back to Doppler radar, and we'll take you back to the East Alabama segment of this line of storms. Still a lot of rain in Chilton County. We saw this heavy line of storms move through Clanton earlier. Did spawn a special weather statement from the National Weather Service. They've since let that expire, so the storm has weakened some. Just a small chance of hail there on the southern end of this line of storms, which is moving rather slow. That's the last hour. So really it moved from about I-65 over into central Coosa County in about an hour or so. Just beginning to see some rain begin there at Kellyton, about to move into Alexander City. We've got some rain down southwest Clay County, lots of rain up here across Talladega County, stretching all the way up to Anniston and really back up to Rainbow City and Gadsden. Some light showers there in Randolph County now, up around the Big Springs community. And, yeah, rain continues back across central and southeastern Chilton County down into northwest Autauga County, and storming down there around Selma And then the really heavy stuff starts just south of Selma, stretching back over to around Greenville. Just solid rain all the way back to the Mississippi state line. And then I just can't keep my eyes off of this. Back down here to the tornado warnings for 2 possible tornadoes crossing the Alabama-Mississippi state line into Alabama. If you know anybody that lives down here in northern Mobile or southwestern Washington County in Alabama, call them and make sure they're aware of the deal down there tonight. All right, so I'm going to put it back up here on East Alabama. I'm going to just kind of look through the comments right quick, and then we are going to step aside, and if things were to change, I'll come back with you. Cooks is watching us in Opelika. Rita says it's thundering in Millerville. You do have one strike, one lightning bolt there in the last couple of minutes right there in extreme southwest Clay County. So that's where you're hearing the thunder from. Probably seeing the lightning as well, too. East Georgia, yeah, that's going to be way on after a while. You're probably looking at 4 or 5 a.m. before it gets over there into East Georgia, if it holds together. Patrick's in Wadley. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Heather. Happy Easter to you. Hey, Mike Hill. Scott and Cheryl Smith over in LaGrange. Love you, Allie. Good to see you in here. Hey, look, I watch Chilton County all the time. I know that's where you're at. So we cover the weather there in Chilton County because what comes out of Chilton County ends up in East Alabama. So we'll pay a lot of attention to Chilton County. So when the skies start turning dark out there, come watch your Uncle Don. Got you covered. Uncle Dr. Don. Michael is in Ashland, Alabama. Oh, Allie, if you're still in here, by the way, thump your daddy in the throat the next time you see him. I understand he was in Savannah last week. So was I for the entire week. Didn't know. Had no idea. So thump him. Emily is in Valley, Alabama. Chambers, Pennon, yeah. This line of showers is going to move across all of East Alabama and West Georgia. If you're anywhere in East Alabama or West Georgia, you're going to deal with showers and thunderstorms before the night's over with. None of it's severe at the moment. We're going to watch this for you over the next, throughout the duration of the life cycle of the storms. And if we were to start to see the storms going severe, and then we'll come right back and we'll give you coverage right here on Dr. Don's weather. But at the moment, I don't think that's a real threat across East Alabama and West Georgia. That is more of a southwest Alabama threat. No, they hunted eggs, but it wasn't at my house. Actually, one of them was, instead of hunting Easter eggs, he wanted to go fishing this morning. So I got a phone call early this morning of one of my grandbabies fishing. Just talked to the other two. And they were showing me all their candy. They're still eating sugar at 9 o'clock at night, so it'll be a minute before they go to bed. And so we All the kids appear to have had a good time today. But no, they were not here. I wish they had been. Kelsey from Sylacauga, good to see you. Yeah, Sylacauga should be getting a decent thunderstorm. It's not severe. But there you go, right there, Sylacauga. You've got some red right on top of you. Closest lightning strike to Sylacauga is down here on 280, just northeast of Alexander City. But it sounds like it's in your backyard. I know it does. And you can probably see it pretty good, too. But it's down here around Kellyton. Hey, Angela Martin from Lafayette. Yeah, Alexander City, you just had a lightning strike just to your northwest, right there on 280, and then you've got multiple strikes down here along 231 in southern Coosa County. And that's where the heaviest part of this line of storms is located. There is a hail marker down there, 60% chance of hail, 0% chance that it's severe. So that'll slip south of Alexander City. But you do have some really heavy rainfall right there along 231 that is moving off to the east. That'll move right through Alexander City. Let's see what kind of rain rates we have here. 48s, 49s, 50s. Yeah, there's a 52. So basically in the 50s. And so that means heavy rainfall right there. You get a return of 50 to 55. It's very heavy rain, possibly a little small hail involved in it. Raining at the rate of about 2 inches an hour where you see that red. Good thing is it's not sitting still. It's moving. If it were sitting still, you'd pick up about 2 inches of rain within 1 hour. That's a lot of rain. Yeah, Camp Hill, you're hearing this stuff back up toward Alexander City and also back over here in Coosa County. You're down here on 280 and Highway 50 down here in extreme southeastern Tallapoosa County. And so the thunder and lightning that you're hearing is back off to your west and northwest, and that is slowly moving your way. All right, folks, I appreciate you joining me. I'm going to kind of step aside now and watch this as it moves through East Alabama. And if we get any uptick at all in the level of these storms, then I'll come right back and we'll continue with our coverage. At the moment, and this is just a good old down-home southern afternoon and evening thunderstorm moving through. No weather watches or warnings for anywhere across East Alabama or West Georgia. We do have significant severe weather taking place down in southwest Alabama, down there in Washington County and northern Mobile County. If you know anybody that lives down there, call them and make sure they're aware of what's going on there. And if conditions were to change, I'll come right back and we'll continue with our coverage. You're going to hear thunder, you're going to have lightning, you're going to have some gusty winds, and you're going to have some crazy rainfall over the next hour and a half across East Alabama and West Georgia. If it's not raining at your house now, it will be soon enough. And then after we get this through here, I think we'll be okay. Maybe some scattered showers behind this line through the remainder of the night and into tomorrow morning. But here's the good news, folks. By about 7, 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, every bit of this is out of here. And we go back to mostly sunny skies by tomorrow afternoon. And there is no mention of rain or thunderstorms, at least for the next 6 days. Next week is going to be gorgeous. Right on into next weekend, no mention of thunderstorm activity. So y'all keep your eye to the sky and remain weather aware tonight. And if conditions were to change, I'll come right back and we'll continue our coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. Appreciate you watching us. And if I don't see you back in here tonight, I'll see you in here first thing tomorrow morning with your primetime forecast from Dr. Don's Weather.